Speedrunning. Speedrunning is an act of playing video games with the goal of trying to complete them as fast as possible. I always enjoyed watching speedruns on games that I had never played. It always amazed me how speedrunners knew almost everything about the games they played, all of the strats, glitches and so on. After recently playing through Stone Force Story, I thought to myself, why not try my first ever speedrun? So I checked online, and for the PlayStation 4 category there weren't a lot of people running this game. So I wanted to challenge myself and made it my mission to speedrun this game and get a spot in the leaderboards. So the speedrun that I'm going to attempt is the New Game Plus run. What this means is that I have to have a clean save file of the game and have to finish the story right until the last battle. I am able to skip the side story battles in this run. The run starts as soon as I press start on the story mode and ends right after the last punch between Sasuke and Naruto. I'll be honest, I went into this challenge blind. I knew the story layouts on what to expect from the battles, but I had no clue how to skip time in the story mode. So I went online and took a look at the current world record holder in Stone 4, who was able to finish the game in 1 hour and 19 minutes. I took a glance at the video and understood the main mechanics and what I need to do for the run. For me to get the first place in the PlayStation 4 category, I will need to finish the game in less than 1 hour and 46 minutes. Will I be able to do it, or will I burn and crash the whole run? Sadly, this intro scene is not skippable, and we have to hear Madara talk about the ninja world right until we get control of Hashirama, in which we can skip the whole scene. The whole game is usually split into sections like battle, cutscene, battle, cutscene. Almost all the cutscenes are skippable, but some cutscenes like these at the start are not. After the cutscene, I get into the first QTE event, which I didn't do. As I understood, it is best to not do the QTE events, because if you get all the stars, you unlock the secret factors that can impact the time. There are some events like this, which can speed up the animation. Of course, at the start of the run, I didn't think about the secret factors and lost some time because of me unlocking them. The following section is the Madara vs Hashirama fight. The idea here, just like for the rest of the battles, is to try and rush them as fast as possible. Chakra dashing to extend a combo is crucial while speedrunning this game. After smacking Madara here and there, we get into the Golem and Susano battle. My strat here was to get close to Madara and do a 3-hit string and then ninja dodge to the side to restart the combo. During this battle, I had a weird animation glitch.
What happened?
After the battle, I sadly got a secret factor that added a few seconds to my run. After the battle, we finally get access to the story timeline. I skipped the preview and head into the story section that took me the longest time. I started off with Naruto's path of the story, since Sasuke's was a bit shorter. The next section was the masked Obito's one. Nothing too crazy here, we just skipped the cutscenes and just bomb rush Obito with everyone in my team. I think this was one of the best and quickest battles from them all in the run. Next up is my dreaded kid Kakashi in Obito's section. For the first free roam battle, all I did was spam Kakashi's lightning blades with max power until all of the clones were gone. The next two following boss battles were okay and I had no issues with them. The QTE events added a lot of time. In the next chapter we get two free roam battles. Obito's vs Vaizetsu was one of the easiest. All I had to do was to beat up Guru Guru as soon as he showed up. The best strat for this is to do it the first time he shows up, but sadly I was not able to do it and it took me 3 tries for me to beat him, which took a good chunk of time. Next part is Obito's rage section. Here all I had to do was to run around the ninjas, collecting them all together and then executing his jutsu, which deals a ton of damage. The next chapter's fight with Madara was annoying as hell. Basically, Madara is always dodging and using his grab.
No! Madara, holy shit, you ain't helping.
This irritated me a bit because I was losing precious time. The following fight was a breeze with Kakashi and Guy. Now we get into the first gimmick battle with the Ten-Tails. The strat here is to run and shoot at him while spamming Airtail's Biju bombs. No issues here. After that scene we get the chase scene and the QT event, which took a big chunk of my time. After the chapter I went to the Sasuke's part where we had the regular 1v1 battle and tons of cutscenes. The notable fight was Sasuke vs past Hokages, in which I was worried that Hashirama's transformation would impact the fight, but thankfully everything was alright. After skipping some more cutscenes we get into the next gimmick battle with Gamakichi. Here the plan was to jump over every enemy until we got to the level's boss battle. Here I choked really badly, having issues with connecting attacks and jumping all around. Same situation here with the QT events, I didn't do them. The next part is Kakashi vs Obito fight. Here I almost choked as well, because near the end I had no chakra and was worried that Obito would do a string on me, but thankfully he didn't. Up next is some fights against Biju Obito. Nothing too crazy here, everything went smoothly. Only thing that the last battle with Awakened Minato made the battle battle easy, because you can abuse Minato's jutsu in this part. After that we got Obito vs Sasuke and Naruto. The 1v1 battle was okay, but the following gimmick battle was not. I had some issues with landing my jutsus, and because of me not paying attention, I got hit multiple times with Obito's attacks. The second stage of the battle went smoother. In this part where Obito was doing an attack, I used chakra bombs to deal damage in order to fasten the battle. After the second stage, another QT event was shown, which took some good time. At this point I already passed the 1 hour mark and I got 30 minutes left in order to be the first place in the leaderboards. Next up again is Madara being annoying as ever. Here I made a huge mistake of not checking my subs and chakra. Because of this, Madara was able to deal some good damage to me, which took some time off of the run. The same thing happened in the following battle, but thankfully Tobirama helped me.
Haha, Tobirama came in clutch.
After skipping some cutscenes and fighting as Orochimaru, we get to Kakashi and Obito vs Madara fight. This fight actually wasn't bad and I was able to relatively easily finish the battle. Sadly, the QTE event took some time here as well. After that we have my favorite chapter of Guy vs Madara. The base form battle was okayish. I kinda choked a bit because of me having no chakra. I was worried the most about the next fight. Usually in this battle Madara hides inside of this black ball and it takes some time to destroy it, and he always spams it like after each 5 seconds. While looking up the world record holder strat, I saw that he did this weird attack that destroyed the ball in an instant. It took me a while to figure it out, but if you guard and press the attack button, Guy will attack Madara like this and it will slow down time, which allows you to do multiple attack strings. This strategy helped me a lot in this battle. After the battle, another QTE cutscene was shown, where near the end of it I decided to quit the storyboard to test something. It actually turns out if you see this notification here and the QTE event happens, you can skip out of the QTE event and play the next section. If I would have known this faster, that would have saved me some good time. At this point I had 20 minutes left before I lose my first place attempt. I got nervous. The next chapter is yet another Sasuke and Naruto vs Madara section. The 1v1 boss fight was okay, but what annoyed me the most was the Susano battle. For some reason the RNG gods told me to screw myself. The start was okay, until the Limbo showed up. When I tried to get an S rank, I remember I could skip some of them in order to attack Madara, but here it didn't work. I had to defeat them all. As well, this is where animation happened.
Hello?
The rest of the battle was fine until the last part, where Madara attacks with meteors dropping down. I tried to land a finishing blow 4 times, but Madara was always able to hit me with his Susano. This irritated me a lot.
Come on! Fuck's sake.
If you think that Madara was annoying, the next section with Kaguya was even worse. In the 1v1 battles, she always substituted for my attacks and slowed me down with her stupid ass needles. After the dreaded 1v1 fight, we got the Kakashi Susano part. Here it was all easy, just had to load up my chakra shurikens and deal damage while evading Kaguya's attacks, no biggie. After that, we got a 1v1 fight in which she was again dodging freaking everything, and then a QTE section, which of course I skipped. After this point, I knew that I had gone past the first place and will soon be past the second place. My only hope was to get the third place at this point. The last section is the Sasuke vs Naruto fight. The first fight was easy and I just spammed my Razangans at him, after which we had a QTE event, but I was scared to skip it because the results of this QTE went to the next battle, so I stayed. Next up was the last battle, on which you can't really save a lot of time. This battle is split into multiple sections, where in each section the fight lasts during the duration of the specific section's dialogue. All I had to do was to pray for me to be below 2 hours and try to finish this as fast as possible, but this whole journey brought us to this moment.
Time? Holy shit. I did it. Almost 2 hours.
And here it is, my name on the leaderboard, chilling in the 3rd spot in the PlayStation 4 new game category. I am really happy about my achievement, even with me running this game for the first time and not doing a lot of prepping for it. I am now the first Latvian who has speedrun Storm 4. I usually had to play games with a time limit, but this was a lot of fun. I learned a new cool game mechanic like Guy's guard attack that helps against Madara's ball. This was my first proper attempt at speedrunning this game, and I have to say I made a lot of mistakes and I know that I could get a way better time than this. If I knew you could skip QTE events in some sections. If you want to see the full run, I'll leave the video in the description below. Will I try again to get the first place? Yes, of course, and maybe I'll do it live with you guys if my internet is willing to cooperate. I hope you enjoyed my story of me getting 3rd place in Storm 4 speedrunning. Let me know guys what kind of challenges you want me to do next. But yeah, that's all from me. I wish you all a nice day/evening. Bye guys.